Hey y'all!
You don't sound like somebody daddy.
What happened?
Yeah.
Girl, life be life, man, girl.
Girl, it really does. It really does. You wake up feeling like you can take over the world, and then you take over whatever.
The world done took over you.
Girl, listen, and be done wore you out. You be laid out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anytime y'all see my bra, like really out, please stop. 'Cause you can't do that.
I think everything past 20 minutes is far.
That's all. That's where I go.
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay.
I wonder why they sound like a whole bunch of overpromising.
It was the net. Everything was okay. It was the net 60 for me.
I didn't think you would say that.
I didn't do that because I didn't do that. Go ahead.
I know you didn't.
Go ahead.
Gotta move this. Oh my God. Like right here, it's legally stuck.
That's how we know we millennials with the peace sign.
I know, everybody like
Oh,
I
we
didn't do
gonna
it.
do wrong with it.
Oh, thank y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I'll be in touch, okay? Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Nae'Ked with the Naked Truth, and we are here with the Mehgan James, the girl who we were first introduced to on reality TV. She went from reality TV to getting all of the bags. So let's welcome her to the couch. Woo!
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Okay, now.
Yes.
Before we start,
Yes.
I have to ask you this. Now, people have said that you're hilarious. Now, when we were setting up arrangements for you to be here with us today, when our team was communicating with your team, now they let us know that you wanted an early morning interview. Now we were thinking early morning, like maybe like 6 to 9. Now I want you to define early morning for me because you said 11 a.m.
Well, I mean, early morning is like, I originally honestly asked for a 9 a.m. and he was like, oh, you don't want to do too, like a little bit later? I was like, what about 10:30? He said 11. So I thought it was you guys that aren't early birds because I be up at 7 o'clock on the dot on my drop top cruising the streets every morning.
Oh, okay. You better get us together because I was a bit concerned. So that's why I wanted to know.
No, we could have done earlier. Next time.
Next time, though, girl. Okay. Next time.
Okay, so now we know.
Now that she got us together.
Didn't she get us?
Yeah, and me twice. But go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
So we know that you were raised by your grandparents and that you're the oldest of 7 children. So can you just share with us a little bit more about your upbringing and how that has shaped who you are today?
Honestly, like I'm very fortunate to be raised by my grandparents. A lot of people, I feel like my dad died when I was like 2 or 3. And then my mom had me when she was 18. So I can only imagine like my mom's like was born in the 70s. I can only imagine like an 18-year-old trying to raise a child in the 70s. So I was very fortunate to be raised by my grandparents. And it was both of my grandparents. So technically, if you ask me, I come from a 2-parent home. My granny wore the pants. My grandpa went to work and came home, gave a check.
I know that's right.
Period. And I was just raised. Why am I vibrating? I'm sorry, y'all. I put it on silent. Please stop calling. Period, mom. Anyways, what was I saying? I was raised to be very independent. I was raised, when you're raised by like an old school family unit, like they push education. So I did go to college. I did graduate high school, went to college, got my degrees.
Okay, bring your degrees. Let's tell us.
I have a bachelor's in business, and then I have a minor in marketing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like corporate communications and a minor in marketing.
Okay, cool.
Period.
Plural. Okay.
Period. But yeah, so I was just I felt like I'm very blessed to have been raised with my grandparents, and I just feel like my grandma taught me the hustle mentality. I didn't even know we was poor until I went to college, child, because I never wanted anything. I was well fed, well dressed. well educated. But when I got to college, I realized that we was poor, and my granny was just grinding to give me whatever she felt like I needed.
What school did you graduate from?
University of Houston.
Okay.
Oh, Texas. Okay.
Yeah.
So we know that you were on Bad Girls Club years
was.
ago.
Years ago.
So how did you get involved with Bad Girls Club? Like, how did that come about?
Okay, so it's so crazy. So growing up, I used to watch like Family Matters, and what's that show with Michelle on it? It was called
Full House.
Full House.
Used to watch that faithfully, and I always wanted to be on TV. Like I remember running around the house at like 5 or 6 years old, telling my mom like, "Oh, I'm gonna be Michelle. I'm gonna be Michelle. I want to be on TV." Even getting into like middle school and high school, I remember The Real World had came out. I think I was in high school, and me and my friends used to sit there and watch it, and I was like, "I'm gonna be on this show one day." Like ever since I was young, I've always wanted to be on TV. So when I finally went to college, I graduated high school at 17, went to college at 17, and this is when Craigslist was popping. And so I used to get on Craigslist all the time to look up like model castings and stuff like that. And I finally found a casting that they were doing for a 50 Cent show. It was called The Money and the Power. And it was like 50 Cent's version of Donald Trump's show. What was the show?
The Celebrity Apprentice.
But it was 50 Cent's version. So I went through the casting process and I actually got on the show.
Oh.
So I was 18 years old and I did my very first reality show. I moved to New York. It was crazy. I was 18 and I did my very first show. Then when I came back, I realized that like reality TV was in its like beginning stages.
Yes.
And I was like, this can't be the end all be all for me. Like I need to get on another show.
Right.
So I started working at this Black Hooters. It was called Scott's, but it was all black girls.
Okay.
And this girl had just ended up missing out of our.
She stopped coming to work.
Where the fuck is she at? And my homegirl was like, "Oh, she went on this show called Bad Girls Club." And so I started watching the show. I was like, "How the fuck she get on the show?" Like, she not that girl like that.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I know I can get on this show. So then Bad Girls Club came and casted in Houston. I tried out for it and I made it.
Okay.
And then that was the story for that.
You know what's so funny? Why were you telling those people you were Obama's stepdaughter girl? Why were you trolling them like that? They really felt some type of way.
Because I just felt like I had to get presidential treatment. What?
No, go ahead.
I was just like, one thing about me is I'm very smart. And so before getting onto my season, I had watched like many seasons of Bad Girls Club. And I was like, okay, so the popular ones never make it to the end. So I was like, I'm not staying in this house for 3 months. I was like, I'm going to come in, do what I got to do and leave.
Okay.
And then they always had like slogans. Like Natalie Nunn's slogan was like, I run LA. Tanisha had the, I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. And I was like, okay, my slogan is going to be that I'm Obama's stepdaughter. Like I planned all this out before.
Of course. I already know because I saw your casting tape. And I was like, listen, you definitely had a game plan.
Yeah.
And then I had experience too, like, because I had
done the show previously.
Before, so I knew what the producers were looking for and what you needed to actually like stand out on the show.
Do you think the people were shocked that you had those hands because you were a pretty girl? A lot of times people be surprised that pretty girls can fight.
I don't know why people be surprised that pretty girls can fight because we get picked on growing up. Like, people used to try to like cut my hair off when I was little or like be like, oh, you're proper, you're too white. Like people will pick on pretty girls because they're jealous. So I grew up fighting being bitches' ass from kindergarten that thought they was about to play with me. So I don't be understanding why they think pretty girls can't fight because we get picked on a lot.
Okay.
You have to learn how to defend yourself early.
Okay.
So
you was in kindergarten throwing milk.
It was.
And graham crackers.
It was apple juice.
Apple juice, actually. Okay,
and smashing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in people's faces.
Okay.
What has been the most surprising thing about life after Bad Girls Club?
Yeah.
Now that you're not on the show anymore.
That people still won't let it go.
Won't let it go.
Like I did Bad Girls Club in 2021, 22.
Yeah.
Wait, no, lying.
No, 2012. You were 21. You were 20. You were 21.
Oh, you were 21.
You were 21.
So this is we're talking over 10 years ago, and people will not let it go.
Does that bother you though?
That they won't let it go?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to evolve.
But like, do you feel like there is a space to where people can appreciate you in all of your in your beginning in that space, and you still evolve?
It's part of your evolution.
It's a part of your story.
It's cool, but like. Please don't come up to me in Walmart saying you was the bitch that beat up them two bitches at one time.
Yeah, you did. Was that Ashley and who was that? Ashley and Rima? Fallon.
Like let it go. Really, and it kind of it doesn't offend me, but sometimes it does because I've done so much stuff post Bad Girls.
Yes.
The fact that this is what you remember me from is so annoying.
You know what? I think sometimes, like even me personally, because I did watch the show, I don't think it's that like that's the biggest thing that you've done, but I think sometimes you may not realize just how iconic it was because it was pre-social media back when reality TV was just really getting like mainstream, becoming mainstream and stuff like that. But I can also understand, like, do you sometimes feel like people try to keep you in that box? That can be frustrating sometimes.
Like, why y'all don't be coming up to me and be like, Mehgan, you're the girl from Basketball Wives that ate Dre at the field, that Dre at the field.
Well, I mean, but at the same, okay, but listen though, but at the same time, that's still one and the same, right? Like, because you don't think so?
How is it different?
How is it different?
Like growing up in that, you know, reality TV era, there were like upper echelons of reality TV, and there still are, like the Housewives.
Oh yeah,
the top tier.
Yeah.
And then even with that, we have the Atlanta Housewives, but the Beverly Hills Housewives get treated better, and the Dubai Housewives get treated better. There's an echelon of reality TV.
Yeah.
It's like you'll see the Beverly Hills Housewives at the Grammys and all this other stuff, but the Atlanta Housewives can't.
That's true.
But imagine where you fall in the Bad Girls Club box. You're not getting on nobody carpet. You need to get a radio interview.
Okay.
So it's just like when it's like graduating to Basketball Wives is like a graduation. It's just like, okay, now I'm entering my like Housewives era.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you're not gonna see the baddies. No shade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna see them getting like big brand deals with like Targets and Sephora's and stuff, because it's just like it doesn't match the demographic.
One thing about you are always able to rebrand yourself, right? So you mentioned Basketball Wives LA. How was that experience for you? Because everybody knows the big fallout about the comment with Drea, Brandy McSell, and stuff like that. How was it different adapting to that type of show?
The difference between that type of show and Bad Girls Club is that it's really hard to regulate what's real and what's not. Like, it took me so long to understand that just because we're friends on set from 9 to 5, because it's like working a real job.
Right.
If we're friends on set, like say right now, like we friends on set. But if I see you in Walmart tomorrow and don't speak, are you gonna be mad at me?
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of awkward.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would be, because you know we all lived in LA, so I'll think like I'm friends with Jackie, and you know we kikiing on set, but then I go on a red carpet and she's like, and I'm like, wait, like, but I had to realize like just because we're filming reality TV, it's not real life. And then there were also times where I'd be beefing with a bitch on set, and then she see me in Target and be like, hey girl, like what?
What's going on?
But it's because it's a job. Like it took me so long to realize like it's real, but it ain't.
Okay.
So it's like these people are my work friends or my work enemies. So it's okay for me to get into it with you on set, and if you see me out at church next Sunday, you just be like, hey, girl, we doing this for the ratings. It's for the betterment of everybody.
Yeah. Do you have you? Was we already? You mentioned Dragon Drea. Are you in communication with any of those ladies?
Yeah, like I'm still cool with Jackie. I'm still cool with Brandy. I'm still cool with Malaysia. I'm still cool with Shawnee.
Okay.
I just filmed a Basketball Wives season last year. I did that for Orlando.
Yeah.
Who am I not? I'm cool with everybody. Like I don't really, like I said, I had to learn that it was a job. You know, it's like nothing personal.
Okay.
Would you return to reality TV?
Yeah.
You would.
But just not certain shows.
Not certain shows.
If that makes
Which shows
sense.
are off limits for you? Baddies.
I wouldn't. It's not that I would not do baddies. It's just like I wouldn't be like. Can I pop in like the Claremont Twins did? Can I pop in like how Tommy be there for a couple of episodes and she gone? Like I don't want to like sacrifice everything that I've worked for to rebrand.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know, like these new age Gen Z kids. I don't know what they be eating. I don't know if my hand's ready for them. You know, like I'm not about to be 40 years old, being beat up.
It seems like the shows that you've been on, there's like a clear beginning and end as far as like the story arc, but it seems like with baddies, they just kind of show up to fight.
Or just to get into it or go out and party. Like I'm past that era. That. I'm grown.
Yeah.
I understand.
What would you tell your younger self, since you said you were only about 21 when you started?
Nothing. She did good. Younger self did good. I said, go girl. You know what I would not do? I would have not, I'm a lover girl. So like a lot of my 20s, I was like either chasing niggas or in a relationship, and that was a waste of time. Like I would have waited till I was 30 to really seriously start dating and live my best life in my 20s. Okay. Because I feel like I wasted a lot of years in situations that are obviously like it didn't work out. Yeah. And my most serious relationship is the one that I'm currently in. Like. So it's like I would have waited and just lived my best life in my 20s instead of trying to get married at like 22.
Okay. And speaking of your relationship now, I know you mentioned that because I did watch a little bit of Orlando, and at the time, this was your first time actually like bringing like someone seriously that you, I guess, felt that strongly about on the show. Were there challenges, or was there any awkwardness when you actually introduced him? Because you know how people be, you introduce your man, oh, I used to talk to him, or something like that. No.
This is the thing. Like, I've grown up so much. Like, my boyfriend is like a regular guy, like, no shade.
Okay.
He has a normal job.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like, I don't have to deal with certain things that I would usually have to deal with like guys in the industry, rappers, athletes, whatever, producers. I go through my man phone every day. I don't find shit.
Every day. You don't get tired of looking?
I'm gonna look every day.
If you in a healthy relationship, why you still gotta look every day?
You know why it's healthy? Because I look every day.
Wait a minute. Okay, so what you be looking for?
Anything.
Do you go through his likes on Instagram? Now, but the man can't like a picture.
Nope.
So he on punishment. You strict over there. You real
But
strict.
he's strict too. Like,
Okay.
I get what I get. I get what I get.
So he goes to your phone.
He can go through my phone. He got all the passwords.
But he doesn't do it though, does he?
I don't know. Maybe when I'm asleep.
Okay.
I don't know. He might, and I don't care because he could go through my phone. I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It just like makes me like I don't. Okay, going through his phone every day is a stretch. Okay,
Of course,
maybe
ingest.
every other day, every 3 days.
A few times a week.
A few times a week.
Okay.
Okay.
And it don't like I don't like scavenge through it, but I might like he might go in the shower. I just be like, okay, nothing.
Okay.
But when you get that little inkling that you really need to go through it,
Mm-hmm.
he don't even care. He get to the point where he'd be like, I know you went through my phone. I don't care. And I'd be like, do you have another phone? Because I never find anything.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're almost expecting.
He a nigga.
That's true. And one thing they gonna do is what? Nig.
Yep. They gonna nig.
You ask the next
But if
question.
he nig and I never find out, I'm not worried about it.
That's okay. So are you? Yeah. Okay. So are you one of those like if I don't know it won't hurt me type situation?
Yeah, but like I'm going to
people.
find out.
You're gonna
Like
find
at this, if somebody was to ask me like, does your boyfriend cheat? I would give them like a 98% chance that he don't.
Yeah, okay.
Unless he's literally like a federal agent or like he worked for the president and have a whole nother life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it feels good to be confident that my man doesn't cheat.
How does that make you feel in the morning when you wake up next to your man and you don't have any drama, you're not crying and losing weight and canceling gigs because you done found something in the phone?
I just be like, hey boo, you want some breakfast?
Oh.
I cook 3 times a day.
3? Okay.
Like I wake up, cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So he gives you that security that makes you express your love. Okay. That's sweet.
Because if you cheat on me, like, girl, like, I'm crazy, okay? Like,
I know.
Bleach clothes.
Not bleaching clothes.
Like, yeah. You won't have shit fucking with me.
You done burnt clothes too?
Broke games. You know they love that PlayStation.
Yeah. So you.
That is true.
That
I like
is true.
PlayStation.
Like,
Please don't touch it.
and it's, I don't know. We just have a mutual respect for each other. Even though I probably shouldn't go through his phone, it makes me feel good to know that, like, okay, if I don't go through his phone this week, it's probably not going to be nothing in there next week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
just feel secure in my
understand. You need that
relationship.
for
I need
your
it for
security.
myself.
I understand. I definitely understand that.
How do you stay grounded in a world that constantly like scrutinizes public figures?
To be honest, I just be myself. Like I'm the type of person where I feel like if I don't know you, it doesn't matter. Like the opinions of the people that are closest to me are the only opinions that matter. Like my mom, my boyfriend, my best friend. Like Sally, Joe, Susie, and Mo, who say that I look like Shamar. I don't care.
They say you look like Shamar.
Y'all never heard that before?
No.
Somebody was like, she looked like Shamar.
Who said that on Twitter?
Probably.
Girl. I just keep thinking of that dance
It'd be
when
so
I
funny
hear
to me
it.
though. Like
Shamar. You know.
I mean, I know who he is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Shamar could be my like long lost cousin or something.
I
Oh.
don't see the resemblance.
Thank you. But people be dragging me online all the time, and I'm just like, I don't know you, so it don't matter.
I know you stated that you were raised by your grandmother, and she, obviously you say she wore the pants. Is that where you get your like being vocal and your thick skin from?
I just think it's because I've been on TV for so long. Like I did my first show at 18, and I was in the public eye from then. So I'm 34, so I don't, I'm not allowed to do the math right now.
Yeah.
I didn't graduate with the math degree. But, like, you have to learn that you can't care about what people say about you. Like, you have to be secure within yourself and know who you are and be secure within that. You have to. Or you're not going to make it far in entertainment. If you care about what everybody say about you, you're not going to make it nowhere in entertainment.
That's true. Have you ever had, because you're still human, have you ever had one of those social media moments, or just a moment in general that really hurt your feelings, though? That really kind of caught you up? Because surely everything can't be like, whatever.
Brush it off. Yeah.
To be honest with you, not really, because like I'm not like a secret. Like I feel like anything you want to know about me could be Googled.
Okay.
So it's like I'm not a secretive person. I don't have nothing to hide. I feel like I chose this career path, and I knew what came with it. It's not like I'm, you know, over here a prostitute behind the closed doors, and I'm scared that
Somebody
somebody's
gonna find
expose
out.
me.
Okay.
Anything that I'm doing, you can find it, figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like there's nothing for me to be. I'm embarrassed about. Like that's why I feel like I've been so successful in reality TV, because a lot of people try to fake the funk and hide this and hide that. Like that's why I feel like the Kardashians were so successful in reality TV. They put it all out there for everybody to see. Every cheating, the prostitute, whatever.
True. Yeah.
You see everything, and I feel like I'm very that. So it's like there's nothing for me to be embarrassed about, because I give everybody everything anyway.
What would you do if your children grew up and wanted to enter the reality TV space? Would you support that, or would you try to
Yeah.
steer them?
No, I
away
would
from
support
it?
whatever my children wanted to do. I feel like I'm $60,000 in student loan debt because my grandma made me go to college. I didn't need that shit. And if my kids don't want to go to, if my kids, we're in the day and age where you can make money doing anything. If my kid was to wake up one morning and be like, Mom, I don't want to go to school, I want to be a YouTuber. Okay, well, you better be the best fucking YouTuber there is. Like, and I'm going to help you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about that shit. Like,
I know you stated that we don't need college, and you know, do you think being a content creator is actually sustainable? When you talk about healthcare and the like longevity
my
of
thing
it.
is, like, everybody doesn't want to be a content creator, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like there are still people that want to be doctors. There's still people that want to be lawyers and teachers. Let them go do that.
Okay.
And well, like everybody in the world doesn't have a content creator personality or a rapper personality or whatever. Just like everybody can't go play professional
Football or sports, yeah. Yeah.
So let the people that want to go be a teacher be that. Like, I
Okay.
hate when parents try to force stuff upon their kids, because it's just like, I don't want no nurse working on me that don't want to be a nurse.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
What are some of your self-care practices that you do to maintain like your mental and emotional health?
Well, I don't do drugs. I drink sparingly. Like, I like to travel. Like that's good for my mental. Like I'm one of those people that will book a solo trip. I remember one time I took a solo trip to Tokyo by myself. I met somebody in Tokyo that spoke English. I was like, "Can you show me around?" Like, travel is good for my mental health. And then as far as like self-care, like, you know, I go get my nails done, my toes done, do my little face routine or whatever. I'm pro plastic surgery.
Okay.
So if I ever feel like something a little dripping or slipping, it's getting cut and fixed and put back up to where it need to be.
What have you worked on so far?
I got my boobs are done, my butt is done. I've had my boobs done like 4 times. Because, you know, I got my boobs done when I was 18, and that's when the big titties was in. And then as like time went by, like the natural look went back in. So I got them done like multiple times. So I got, you know, a couple rounds of butt, you know, some butt.
Yeah.
Did being on television ever influence your decision to do any of the plastic surgery?
No, I just think that I'm kind of vain. Like,
Okay.
not towards other people,
But yourself.
towards myself. It's just
Okay.
like, if I see something I don't like and I got the money to fix it, I'm just going to go get it fixed.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what, no. I don't care what nobody else say. Because there's been plenty of people be like, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. Bitch, you don't have to wake up to me every day. I do.
Yeah. So one thing about it, you definitely do what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say has been your biggest accomplishment in the entertainment TV industry so far? Because you've done a lot.
I have done a lot. Like, to be honest with you, like, I don't think I wouldn't call it an accomplishment, but I feel like I've inspired people to, because I come from like a small town. Like, I'm from like a city outside of Houston. So I feel like I've inspired people to make them feel like I can do this too, whatever it is. Like, I don't come from a place where there are a lot of celebrities like bred there. Like,
Okay.
I'm not from Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
I'm from outside of Houston, Texas.
Yes.
So it's just like, I feel like that's my biggest accomplishment, to just be able to make some type of impact. And, you know, like, I did go to school. Like, I did the traditional route. And I feel like I've showed people that you can do the
You can do
traditional
that,
route
yeah.
and also do the other thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no one way to get to
That's true.
wherever you want to
Go.
go.
That's true.
So, like, I just want to inspire people to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. And I know you brought up Basketball Wives Orlando. Is the show coming back? Is it on pause? Like, what's the official?
Okay, so the show was good, wasn't it?
It was good. And you was up in there stirring the pot. And then you had two women. Well, one woman had the babies with the man. Then Mackenzie was dating the girl's
And now Mackenzie
ex-boy.
got babies with him.
Wait a minute, what?
See, yeah, the cameras missed it.
I didn't even wait. Hold on. So they got a baby? No, you said babies.
They got Mackenzie had a baby.
Oh, I know that other girl. Oh Lord, what's her name? Dominique.
No, her name is Danny.
Danny.
But you want to know why I love Danny? Danny's like one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
And Danny is thriving and living her best life.
Come on, Danny. I'm glad.
And
I'm
you know one
glad.
thing about Danny? Danny has a master's degree.
Oh, come on, masters.
Danny is a well-educated, beautiful black woman.
Yes.
Like, whatever, like, and I like Mackenzie too. Like,
Right.
no shade against Mackenzie either, but Danny don't give a fuck.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say that. Danny do not care because Danny knows her worth.
Okay.
And Danny's gonna find her person. Maybe, Rashad wasn't her person at
That's
the
true.
time.
Yeah.
But Danny is not slacking or lacking in any area in life. She's smart, she's beautiful, she have a nice body, she's well paid, got a real job.
Okay.
And
Well, that's good because, and I do hate that the cameras missed that because at first, it kind of seemed like we were just seeing her kind of getting accustomed to not being with him and so on and so forth. So, but back to the question: Is it canceled?
I don't know.
There's been like no
So y'all don't
chatter
hear
at all?
anything? You can't call Shani and ask her?
They don't. The thing about it is they don't tell us anything. It's so crazy because every time that I've asked, and I'm like cool with like a couple of network executives too. I'll be like, hey, have you heard anything like in the back rooms of our show? They'll be like, we don't know.
Go to the church and ask Shawnee after service.
Yeah, go to the church.
Shawnee, she probably not even worried about it.
Yeah.
Like Shawnee's a very successful woman.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we were like a lot of these shows are trial and error. But I don't understand how ours came out to be error because everybody loved
watched it. And I think it was something new and the women were
fresh.
younger. It was fresh.
Yeah.
It was fresh. It was new stories. So I do think that was a big plus.
You would have to move again if it came back.
Yeah, but only for 3 months.
And then you just come back.
I was-
Because you were the nucleus of the show. Like, you knew
Yeah.
all of the girls.
If you could switch places with any celebrity for a day, who would you
For
switch with?
one day, it would have to be a man because I want to know what it feels like to have sex with a woman.
They say it feel like the inside of your mouth. Right, put your tongue right
They
here.
don't feel good. This don't feel good. I just want to have a dick for a day.
A dick for what would you do? Would you like hang it, swing it?
I would be
Like, what would you do? Would you sit down to pee or would you stand up?
I would try everything. Well,
What is happening?
We having a real conversation.
Okay.
because like people with dick, like men, right?
Yeah.
They're just like I be thinking, for instance, like how like men wake up hard.
Yeah.
Why?
That's true. So if you were a man and you woke up hard, you would want something next to you though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just like I just feel like men are so like
They have it easy.
yeah, and it's just like
How you know?
Well, just what it look like it.
periods.
Y'all don't have periods.
We do not.
Y'all don't have to carry children,
No.
and then like I don't know.
You would just be a man. But okay, well, who would you be?
Well, which
I think I'd
one?
probably be Chris Brown.
Oh, so you'd be
Why
running.
Chris?
Like he's so talented for one.
Yeah, it looks like you be
Super
dancing.
talented. He can paint, draw, sing, dance, and then he be getting all the bitches.
He get all the hoes. Chris got all the hoes. And his hoes be having hoes.
Yeah, I want to see what that's like.
Cool.
Switching gears here. Switching gears here. Your podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. We all know that you always made headlines because your interview style was so direct, and I used to feel sorry for some of the people.
Why?
Well, because it was like it wasn't enough cushion. Like it was just all concrete, all concrete. And so, but it was funny, you know what I'm saying? I definitely understand you just want to get right to it. But from let's say like the Tokyo Tonys to like the Johnny Blaze,
But I also think that's just her personality.
that is her personality,
That's just
yeah.
you.
Do you have an episode or a moment to where you probably regret it?
No, because I'm gonna ask what everybody want to know. That's not gonna ask.
Okay.
Like, it's a podcast. We're here to chat,
Mm-hmm.
and we only have 45 minutes. Okay,
true.
and because I'm paying this hourly,
This is true.
you probably gonna be late anyway.
Come on
So we
now.
have to get to what everybody want to know because these views need to get ran up because bills got to be paid. So I'm about to ask you what everybody want to know anyway.
Okay. When you apologized to Jock, for a minute you was like, I don't see what I did wrong or whatever. So like, do you really feel like maybe you were being offensive, or did you more so kind of feel like?
I apologize for offending him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But
Yeah,
that was
that's
not
what.
my intention. I wanted to know.
Yeah.
What everybody else wanted to know.
know.
Because y'all wanted to know.
Okay.
But wasn't nobody going to say it.
Okay.
So I asked in the way that I know how to ask. Like,
Do you ever feel like there could be a balance though?
yeah, but
And-
like, if there was a balance, like I got this far being me.
True.
So if there was a balance, then that wouldn't be me.
Okay, I
So-
feel you.
Have you ever had any guests prior to coming on tell you, don't ask me this?
No.
And then you ask anyway?
No.
No.
Okay.
Because I'm respectful still, right?
Okay.
But if you didn't tell me not to ask, I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
Because if, for instance, if you're coming on my show and I want to know A, B, C, D, E, F about you, and you'd be like, oh, don't ask me this, then you can't come on my show because you're wasting my time, my 45 minutes that I have, because I pay him this hourly.
This is true.
So,
This is true.
What has been your biggest challenge producing a podcast?
flaky guests.
Okay.
Who was flaky?
Yeah, who was it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. I've had a couple guests that said they were gonna be there and they're not gonna be there, and I'm still
Oh, really?
cordial with them, or they've been like 2 hours late, and I'm paying hourly. I'm gonna keep saying that because people be thinking that
People don't
anybody-
understand.
They don't understand.
They don't understand.
They don't understand. They don't understand what all goes into filming a podcast. You have a camera crew. Sometimes you have an audio crew. You have to pay space rent. You have to pay furniture rent, and then the editing and I was a one-woman show. I didn't have a team.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
editing, booking,
Oh, wow.
emailing. I was doing everything by myself.
Okay.
So for you to disrespect my time after I didn't block off this hour for you, even though it's probably nothing to you, it was something to me. So that has just been that was the biggest struggle with my podcast, and that's why I have been on a hiatus.
Yeah.
Because I need to find a more effective way of doing
To
this.
do
To
it.
execute it.
To
Yeah.
execute it, because it's just very overwhelming. Being in a relationship, juggling work, and then juggling, because podcasting was my side gig. A lot of people do this for a living, but at the time
Yeah.
I was filming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Yes.
in a relationship. And
Yes.
it's I can't do all this at once.
Yeah.
So I just took it a break because YouTube is gonna always be there.
Yeah.
So it's just I'm just taking a break, rebranding, and trying to figure out a way to make it easier. Still entertaining though.
To be able to create something like that, because after being in the industry for a while, how proud of yourself were you? You had to have been really proud to do that. All right.
Yeah, but it's just not. I wouldn't say proud was the word. It was just for me, I'm a hustler, and I know how TV works. I've been on TV my whole life, my whole adult life, and it's just one day you up, and the next day you've forgotten. Same thing with music and everything. You have to. In Hollywood, it's the struggle to stay relevant.
Yes.
What have you done lately?
Yeah, what have you done lately?
Yes.
So I was well, I'm not on TV right now. This is because I started the podcast before Basketball Wives came about. And I was just I need
Yeah.
to figure out a way to get back in the public eye. And I was well, YouTube. And I was well, do I want to be a vlogger? My life isn't that interesting. Or do I want people in my business? I'm just going to do a podcast because I like to talk.
Okay.
And so I was just I did it. But and if you ask around, I have good relationships. That's very important in Hollywood too. I have good relationships with people. I don't cross people. I do good business. So that's how I was able to get
the guests. Yeah, I was. Yeah, obviously.
Because
Yeah.
people fuck with me because I do good business. I'm
Right.
a good person.
Right.
So I was I could do this. It was easy for me. But once it was the podcast and then the editing and then the this and the that and then the filming and then I was I can't do this shit.
So when is it coming back?
Probably
Maybe 2025.
2025. I'm just working on. I had invested into an event space, not an event space, a warehouse space.
Okay.
Because I got tired of paying rent.
Yes.
Tired of paying rental.
For
Rental fees.
rental fees for the hours and
I'm
lights.
tired of this shit. I'm not
Yeah.
doing shit. So I invested into that. We've been building that out. Yeah, I'll be back 2025.
Okay.
What's one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you that we may not know?
I don't know. I feel like everybody knows everything about me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like to read. I don't know.
What you be reading?
Girl, I be reading self-help books down. I will if I'm going through something, I will literally go on Audible and be how to deal with a narcissist or how to rebrand yourself.
Okay.
And I will literally listen to self-help books for hours.
Oh.
Upon hours upon hours. I'm always into trying to upgrade my life, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I want to grow in every area of my life.
Did you read The Coldest Winter Ever when you were a kid?
No.
What?
I didn't read it either. I don't
That's
know what-
every black girl has read that book.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I didn't read that.
Not Fly Girl either by Omar Tyree.
Girl, was it the little nasty books?
No, well, no. That's Zane was a little bit more
Zane.
nasty. Yeah,
Zane,
Zane
no,
was
no.
erotica, but The Coldest Winter Ever and Fly Girl, that was,
I didn't didn't read those. Those were like more fiction.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
fiction.
I've always been a nonfiction girl.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I like to educate myself on things that I don't know about, or however I can get better, or whatever is going on in my life at the moment. And right now I'm going through a rebrand.
Yeah.
So like that's like all over my TikTok. Like that's my algorithm.
Okay. Okay, I like that. And I know we are a little pressed for time, but before we get out of here, I would really want to know, when did you start taking entrepreneurship seriously?
I never wanted a real job. My whole life, I've never had a real job. Like, I don't feel like waitressing is a real job. Like,
Okay.
who goes home with $600 a night in tips? That's not a real job.
Right.
You know? So I've never wanted to, like, really work for somebody. Like, I don't have even a work for somebody type of personality.
You don't.
So it's like, I don't. So it's just like, I've always wanted to do that. And once I, started making money, I just feel like I'm really into manifestation. So I feel like anything that I really want to put my mind to, I'm going to get it. Whether it be a business, a nigga, a job, a car, whatever it is, I'm going to get it. That's all.
One thing I do like about you, you have actually been able to take every aspect of who you are and you just own it. And I think that's really commendable, especially like when you are a vocal person, and when you are just sometimes in people's face, not on purpose, but like you just very pop, pop, pop. I think that's really commendable, and you've taken that and because I know people can say certain things, but you've literally turned it into your power. So I just want to say thank you. Yeah.
Where can people find you, follow you?
Okay, is this my camera? The toxic camera?
Is-
You guys can follow me at Mehgan James on Instagram, Mehgan James on Twitter, Super Meg on TikTok, All Things Mehgan on YouTube, Super Meg on Snapchat, and on the Nae'Ked Truth podcast.
Hello.
Thank
Listen,
you.
I do want to know one more thing. With your first big check, like it could be from BGC or whatever, what did you buy?
I put it in the bank.
Did you buy
I love
anything?
it.
And not even a candy bar?
I mean,
So when did you start spending your money?
I don't spend my money.
You save it.
Saved
I save. I'm a saver.
So what's your routine, your formula to save?
Pay all my bills, get myself a monthly budget of how much I can spend this month on. Like, I literally break it down. Like, I can spend this much on groceries, this much on to eat, this much on clothes, this much, and
Okay.
just stick to my budget and put the rest in my savings account.
Cool.
That's why she was able to buy that space.
That's why.
When I want something,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go get it.
Go get it. I know that's right. Thank you. This was good. I enjoyed
Well,
talking to
financial
you.
advice.
Come on, financial advice
All right.
from Mehgan D. James.
Not DJs.
All right, y'all. Yeah. We would love to give a shout out to our sponsor, Jacksonian Media. Please visit this website at the bottom for all of your videography and editing needs. Also, shout out to Bridge Props Atlanta for this beautiful furniture, my darling. Thank you.
Ooh, where's Jacksonia so they can sponsor me too? Because I'm tired of paying for shit.
All right.
Oh, hey y'all.